Hello, BookTube. I have a little bit of mail for you on a cloudy, rainy day when, as you can see, a certain someone is hiding from the rain. I don't always know when she's going to be this adorable. My little dog does not like the rain. She does not like even the sound of it. Does not like the thought of going out in it. She does. She will. I've told her over and over again that that's not technically necessary on two fronts. One, it's perfectly okay with me if you go in the house. It's perfectly okay if you do that. I'm not. It's not the kind of thing that I care about as a human caretaker of dogs. There's precious little that I care about. I don't worry them about much. That's one thing, and the other thing that I've pointed out to her many times is that you're smarter than most humans I know. You could easily learn to go in a kitty litter box or on a pee pad of some kind. It would be no trouble at all for you to learn how to do that. I basically would need to just point it out to you. But the answer is still a categorical no. No. The outside is for the body functions. So otherwise, she wouldn't need to go out in weather like this. But anyway, I've got a couple of pieces of mail here, boxes, that I thought we'd go over. So what are we going to do here? Let's do this one first here. Tear this thing open. Using this one. Got the padding. Oh. Okay. Okay. A little bit confused here. The good. I mean, I'm glad to have it. This is by Lee Frantanono. And it is a new biography of Pompey the Great. And the only reason that I'm a little bamboozled is because it came out about 14 years ago. This is like from January or something, or even December of last year, and that's very late to be getting to me. I mean, it's almost mid-April. That's very late for a new release to be getting to me. I mean, clerical errors can happen, whatnot. That can definitely happen. I never got an advance copy of this. I never got an advance PDF of this, and I'm getting the finished copy months after it came out. In the normal book reviewing world, that would make this all but useless. It would be a shame, but it would be all but useless, because in the normal book reviewing world, you're setting your coverage long ahead of time, and getting a new release months after it came out. Most editors would say, well, it's too late. I'm already planning July, so a January book is of no use to me. Sometimes that's not true. Sometimes literary journals, the London Review of Books, probably the foremost example, don't really care. They'll review things months and months afterwards. Sometimes with the London Review and a couple of other places, a year after. So I will write about this. It's just frustrating. That's all. I mean, I don't believe there's any reason for it. I'm pretty sure that I requested this book last year. But like I said, bookkeeping, email type things can happen. So this is out already. This Pompey the Great thing is out already. The Roman Alexander is the name of it. That will recall, to some of you that know this figure really well, that will recall the subtitle of a different Pompey the Great biography, a 2-volume work from a long time ago. I don't think I have that. I don't think I have any Pompey the Great biographies right now, but I've read every one of them that's been in English, and a few that haven't been in English. I find this figure from the ancient Roman world fascinating in many different ways. I also find his father fascinating. But he is... he'll be familiar to some of you from popular culture, from movies or from HBO's Rome. And maybe some of you are familiar with him from classical literature, classical history. I find him fascinating. Not least of which because I've always said there is a small group of figures in human history who are commonly known as the Great. It's not a question of your accomplishments, and it's not a consensus of your peers. It's almost happenstance when it happens. Like, for instance, in the history of British monarchs, there's Alfred the Great, but not Henry the Great, not any Henry the Great, not Elizabeth the Great, not either Elizabeth the Great. No, it's just it comes usually at a whim, and Pompey Magnus is one of the only figures in human history where it was self-decided, where he chose that, Magnus, and had people call him that. He sort of decided it on his own. A very headstrong family, not quite Romans of the first water, not real Romans of the Roman era, but outsiders, almost provincials. Although for most of Pompey's life, you would have been taking your life in your hands to call him a provincial. I mean, I will read this, definitely analyze what it does with its sources, see how good it is as a reading experience. It's just frustrating, that's all, that it gets to me so late. Why is it getting to me so late? But anyway, it's not too late for you. I always try to remember that when I'm doing book hauls, is that mail hauls or whatnot, that this only seems like it's 14 years old to me. Most ordinary readers are not keeping a hawk's eye on new releases, so this will be a new release to you. Your library could still get this. And I'm pretty sure that as far as just a general interest popular biography of Pompey the Great, this might be the only one currently in print. So you might want to get your library to get one. Then we have another box here. This is another dimension. It's bigger, so it might be an oversized. Might be an oversized book. Let's tear it apart here. Padding out of there. What have we got here? Pub sheet just lying flat, flush with the box. A warning to you publicists out there. I know some of you watch this channel. Don't do that. Don't put your pub sheet flush with an envelope or a box. People are going to tear into it. They're going to tear your pub sheet. It's just random chance that I didn't do it this time. So what have we got here? This comes out in oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, all right. Well, a little bit of a theme here, but not the kind of a theme that I like. This came out in September of last year. This is like 5 years old. Okay, so there's no chance that I can write about this. I can show you about it, though, because you might want it. This is by Alex Harvey, and it's called Forgotten Vikings, New Approaches to the Viking Age. I could have sworn this was a forthcoming book. I could have sworn that it was. I wonder if it's possible if September was the UK release, and this is going to have a US release coming up. I could have sworn that this was a forthcoming book. I bet that's true. I bet that's the case. Oh, see, yeah, under the information on the pub sheet here, it says the 15th of September is the pub date, but it also gives the price in pounds. So I actually don't have a pub sheet for the American version of this, but I'd be willing to bet this is an April release. April or May, something like that. So this is a new Viking book. That's fascinating on its own. I never have enough new releases about Vikings. Never. So what have we got here? Let's just read the Dust Jacket, regardless of when this comes out. This book provides a chronological overview of the Viking Age, 793 to 1066. Very precise beginning and a very precise ending. And the very precise beginning is a whole bunch of butchered monks, and the very precise ending is someone getting an arrow through the eye. In quite a lot of history, either side of these arbitrary dates. Arbitrary, this book aims to explore the phenomenon of the Vikings from new angles forged out of recent academic breakthrough largely unexplored in popular history books. The Viking Age viewed as a longer, discrete period from the 6th to the 15th century. Focusing on lesser-known aspects of the period, the author taps into more obscure regions of the world these people visited, more obscure characters, and more obscure cultural elements. Examples include the evidence for Viking activity on the Azores and the Madeira, 13th century Baltic raids, and the presence of Viking armies in the Netherlands long before they had become a threat to England. How interesting. I'm always up for a new Viking book. Always. Oh, this has lovely color photos in the inset there. So who is Alex Harvey when he's at home? This is the back has his description and also this. Is that supposed to be him? I guess I'll give his book a favorable review, though. Alex Harvey is a postgraduate archaeology student at the University of York, with a focus on Anglo-Scandinavian Yorkshire. He's written for numerous journals and has presented research for Jorvik, Lancaster Historical Postgraduate Conference, Leeds International Medieval Conference, and the 4th Dorstad Congress. He's the author of Riddles of the Isles, a history of the Isle of Axholm from the Romans to the Normans. And his upcoming works include 50 Viking Finds and Little Kingdoms, an A to Z of early medieval Britain. The second one, Little Kingdoms, I very much want. I very much want that. But he's a postgraduate student. It's a shame we don't have a picture of him. He's probably very young. Okay, well, question mark here. I don't know if there's also a question mark here. Is it possible that this also has a U.S. release date that is later? I don't think so. I think this is out already in the U.S. This, Forgotten Vikings? Steve is always up for a Viking book. So there's just 2 books, and it's a very Steve-centric book haul, very much so. The Vikings and the Ancient Romans, please. So there you go. 2 works that are definitely worth your attention if you're interested in the subject. We don't get an English-language biography of Pompey the Great very often. And I'm assuming that if you read nonfiction, that you, like I, cannot get enough Viking books. So there you go. Those are our 2 books for a rainy, gloomy start to the week. A gloomy, rainy start to a week that looks like it's going to be almost exclusively gloomy and rainy, just day after day after day. So April showers. But we'll muddle through. So I'll leave this for now, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.